To begin, it's essential for therapists preparing for their licensing exams to understand the fundamentals of alcohol use disorder and substance use disorder. Both conditions are outlined in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM. Notably, alcohol receives special attention due to its prevalence and widespread social acceptance. This distinction highlights the importance of recognizing how alcohol-related issues can differ from other substance-related disorders. By grasping where these disorders fit within the broader category of substance-related conditions, therapists can better identify, assess, and support individuals facing these challenges. Now, let's take a closer look at the DSM criteria for alcohol use disorder. There are 11 specific criteria, and a diagnosis requires that at least 2 are met within a 12-month period. We'll discuss each criterion in detail, illustrating them with examples drawn from real client experiences to help clarify how they present in practice. The severity of alcohol use disorder is determined by the number of criteria met. 2 to 3 indicates mild, 4 to 5 is moderate, and 6 or more is considered severe. It's also important to understand specifiers such as early remission and sustained remission, which describe periods when symptoms are reduced or absent. These specifiers are essential for accurate diagnosis and are frequently tested on exams. Substance use disorder is defined using criteria that closely mirror those for alcohol use disorder. The key difference is that the term alcohol is replaced with the specific substance involved, such as opioids, stimulants, or others. This allows clinicians to apply a consistent framework across various drugs. It's important to recognize that while the criteria remain the same, the patterns of withdrawal and tolerance can vary significantly between substances. For example, opioid withdrawal often involves physical symptoms like muscle aches and nausea, whereas stimulant withdrawal may present with fatigue and depression. Understanding these distinctions helps in accurately identifying and managing different types of substance use disorders. When working with clients who have alcohol use disorder or substance use disorder, you'll notice several overlapping patterns. Both groups often struggle with loss of control over their use, experience intense cravings, and may abandon hobbies or activities they once enjoyed. These disorders frequently disrupt important areas of life, including work performance, relationships, and overall health. Withdrawal symptoms and increasing tolerance are also common to both. Because the signs and behaviors are so similar, it's important to carefully observe the specifics of each case. Paying close attention to these details helps guide effective support and treatment. Alcohol use disorder is distinct from substance use disorder in several important ways. One key difference is that alcohol is legal and widely available, which influences its social acceptance and patterns of use. In contrast, many other substances are illegal, leading to additional legal risks and stigma for users. Withdrawal from alcohol can be particularly dangerous and even life-threatening, whereas withdrawal from other substances may not always carry the same level of risk. Treatment approaches also vary, with alcohol-related programs often being more accessible due to its legal status. Understanding these differences is crucial, especially when considering the social, medical, and legal implications of each disorder. Sarah, a 42-year-old executive, found herself drinking more frequently after receiving a stressful promotion. Despite her efforts to reduce her alcohol intake, she struggled to control her consumption and began missing work due to hangovers. Over time, she abandoned hobbies she once enjoyed, choosing instead to spend more time drinking. The situation escalated when her husband threatened to leave, and she experienced a near-miss car accident while under the influence. Sarah was overwhelmed by guilt, yet felt powerless to stop, and even suffered withdrawal symptoms when she attempted to quit. Her experience illustrates how alcohol use disorder can gradually dominate a person's life, affecting relationships, career, and personal well-being. Sarah meets the criteria for alcohol use disorder because her problematic behaviors are specifically related to alcohol consumption. She exhibits several key symptoms outlined in the DSM, such as drinking more than she planned, unsuccessful efforts to cut down, strong cravings, and experiencing withdrawal symptoms. Importantly, there is no evidence of misuse or dependence on any other substances. This distinction is crucial, as the diagnosis must reflect the particular substance causing the issues. Therefore, Sarah is diagnosed with alcohol use disorder rather than the broader category of substance use disorder.